Tracy became deaf by spinal meningitis. And not to panic anybody, but we found out about it, it was a couple days after, or a day after Thanksgiving. She had all the symptoms of spinal meningitis, something we didn't recognize, got hold of the doctor, and bingo, in the hospital she went. Well, it was about 4 days after we had her home. I come walking in the door, and Noelle said, "I think there's something wrong with Tracy's hearing." I said, "What do you mean?" And she said, "Well, she's not responding, watch." So I just walked up behind her and slapped my hands as hard as I could. No response. So we knew we had a problem.
Well, I would like to go over now with you kind of a summary of the studies we've done on Tracy. As you know, we have done rather extensive testing to determine as nearly as we can exactly what she hears. Now, our conclusions are that unfortunately, Tracy is very profoundly deaf. And at the present time, we're not sure we're getting any responses to any of the levels of our audiometric testing. I do remember on occasion having to tell parents that their child was deaf. And this always, to me, was a very difficult thing to do. I felt that, you know, it just seemed like I was telling them that this child would never really be like them, that this child would never learn their language. And I always found it to be difficult, and I felt if there was anything that anybody could do about that, it would certainly be worthwhile.
When I was first told that Tracy was deaf, I was also told that she would lose her speech. There had been no change in her speech whatsoever, just her hearing. She didn't get what I said to her. And it took about a month, and then her speech started to slur a little bit.
She would be moving her lips like she was talking, and no sound came out.
You want to take it out? Okay.
Yeah, put it in the basket.
Okay, and we got to save some for Mary, too.
20 years of research have led to the events that you're about to see. Tracy, a normal, healthy, happy child, was suddenly and totally deafened by meningitis in the last months of her second year of life. And because of the very profound effects of this deafness on her future, we elected to give her a cochlear implant. This had never been done before in a child of this age. Now, to explain a cochlear implant, actually it's a device which is implanted above and behind the ear at surgery. And I have here a temporal bone, which is the part of the bone just inside the ear that contains the hearing and balance mechanism. This is the internal coil that's mounted just above and behind the ear, and then two wires lead from this to the inner ear and stimulate the sense of hearing. After a period of healing, usually about 2 months, we then fit an external device. This consists of a microphone that picks up the sound, converts it into an electric impulse. Now, this electric impulse is processed in a box that looks like a hearing aid, and the electricity is then sent to the external coil that is worn over the internal coil just above and behind the ear. Now, this does seem like a rather simple device, and in many ways it is, but it can have some very profound effects.
Finished. There we go. Thank you.
maybe people can get some dinner and get some rest tonight. We'll certainly see you all in the morning then.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, she's gonna, looks like she's gonna be quite sleepy for probably another half an hour, but she isn't responding now. But everything just went real well. I'm very pleased. Surgery was just right. So everything was just great.
Okay.
It's okay. Now we'll get this off. Okay, you want to take it off, Tracy? Oh, I'm sorry, Tracy.
Okay.
There we are.
I know it's icky.
Icky.